Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. Here's what I'm going to show you this morning. This is a pretty cool guitar. This is a Hamer, and it's called a Monaco. Now this is one of the newer Hamers coming out of Indonesia. So I'm excited to take a look. I've already played it, and I can tell you it feels great. Sounds pretty good to me. And let's get started with the visual inspection. So I notice here right away it's got the open book headstock. Now because it tapers, it doesn't look much like a Gibson, so that's pretty cool. And it does taper inward so that the strings go through the nut slot just a bit straighter than on a Gibson. That's a good feature. On the back, I noticed they're using Hamer branded tuners, and they look like Shalers. They feel good. And there it has the Indonesia information with the serial number. Now they are using what looks to be a synthetic nut, whether it's just plastic or some kind of Graph-Tech type thing. And it's a 3-screw truss rod cover. One of the things I really like is this binding they have on the neck. It feels really good on the fingerboard. And the frets are finished really nice. Now I do feel the frets as I run my fingers up and down here, but they're not sharp. They just sort of are there. The neck is a nice sort of medium C carve, which I really like, and it feels great. The poly finish is really well done. These actually come with an ebony fingerboard, which is always a nice touch. And I really kind of like their inlays. They're not over the top, but they're kind of fancy. Suits the guitar, I think. So we'll follow the neck all the way up to the heel, and we see it is actually 2 pieces. And it's a nice neck joint. Really well done. Now this is different. Take a look at that binding. That is the fattest binding I have ever seen on a guitar. Looks pretty cool though, but it jumped right out at me as soon as I picked it up. Kind of cool. This hides the spot. Normally on a Les Paul you can see the maple cap under there. And another neat thing, it's got this little divot. See how the top kind of bevels down? And that follows all the way through the body. And I thought it was just for looks, but I think it might be sort of a thumb rest for when you're accessing higher frets. Not sure. I'm sort of on the fence if I like that or not. And the body is solid mahogany, and it looks to be one piece to my eye, but I'm almost sure it would be multiple pieces. But I cannot see the seams, so good work. And here is the top. This is a nice flame top, and I believe this would be a veneer with a really good spray burst on it. It's nice and subtle. I'm not sure you can see that on the camera. Now it is a beveled top. I wouldn't call it a full arch top because it's flat all the way up in this section here, but then it bevels off and it makes for a nice look. Now there's no comfort contour on the back, so it feels almost exactly like a Les Paul as you play it, just flat on your body. Nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look at the hardware here. So they're using a traditional stop tailpiece with a tune-o-matic style bridge, and it looks more or less Epiphone quality. Certainly no complaints. And their pickups, which we'll hear just in a minute, are Hamer branded. So I'm not sure anything about those, but they sounded nice. The switch is a 3-way switch, and it feels pretty good. There's a little bit of play, but engages nicely. And it's typical. It gives you the bridge pickup, both pickups, or just the neck pickup. Now once we get to the knobs, it is obviously a little different. I like this, just a straight line of knobs. We have 2 volume and 1 tone. So you can blend your pickups and the tone controls both. That's a cool setup. I like it. So I guess that's it visually. I can tell you the guitar feels great in hand, and it was really fun to play. The nut was cut really good for nice action up at the nut end, and it's great action all the way down. So pretty impressive. Way to go, Indonesia. Anyway, let's give it a listen. Cheers. Thank you.